Good morning and welcome back. Today we are working on the Sundial plant again, doing some maintenance. So I'm going to bring you guys along, show you what we're going to be doing today, and we'll just go from there. See you here in a bit. I'm going to walk down here and grab our man lift. Truck is getting loaded over there. We have some rollers to change, some boots to repair or change out for the way hopper, and then I don't have my work truck here because it's in the shop, so I'm not going to be able to get to the bag house today, so maybe tomorrow, but I'll show you guys that. So right now I'm just going to go get the man lift so we can get some rollers changed. All right. Get hooked up here. And I'm gonna run over there where those belts are. You guys can see it in the camera here, I don't know, but anyway, I'll roll over there real quick. So I'm up here in the man lift looking at these rollers. So here's one here that needs replaced. So as you can tell, the bearings are shot in it. So instead of just replacing that one, we're going to replace the whole thing. There's one down there that's not spinning, so that one's got to be replaced. And that one right there also might need to be replaced. I'll have to look at it when the belt stops. And then we have one more up here. Let me get up here and I'll show you here. Woo! Kind of hard to run this with one hand. Funny, funny! Alright. Okay, and that one definitely is blowed out. That's going to be 3 so far. That one up there is not rolling either, so I'll have to look at that. Oh, yeah, that'll be fine. I think we replaced that one a while ago. All the gray ones that we replaced, well, these are all stock, yeah, so those are very old. So, there we go. Yeah, I'll get these locked out for now, so we can get them replaced, and then get some tools, and we'll bring you all back. So this one here, this one's going to be the first one to get changed out, because it's got a flat spot on it and it's clean, so it's not spinning. So I did lock out the belt and put a lock on it, and so I put the key in my pocket so nobody can start it. So we're going to be changing this out. I'm not going to be able to film changing it out because I need both my hands, and there's nowhere to put my GoPro. So I'll just show you guys when we get it changed out, and then we'll just keep going up the line so we can find some more bad ones. A little update on roller changing. I think we changed 4 of these things. I'll come over here and show you guys what they look like. So these ones here, these ones broke apart because we threw them off the man lift. So this one here, it's all wallered out, bearings gone. Some more on these ones. This one here was stuck for a long time, and put a nice hole in it. So that will change. Let's see some more here. Slip in here. Okay, so anyway, got those changed. And I'll come over here, show you guys this one. This one's completely blowed out. Yeah, this is the one that's completely blowed out. Front and back, squalling. This is from, you know, leaving the, so that belt here, this one, it's been going on for 4 hours and nothing on it. So, you know, that's a little ridiculous. I don't know why the loader operator won't turn the belt off when there's no material being put in the plant. So, laziness, I guess. So, anyway, we got most of the rollers changed. We have like 3 more rollers to put in. But I'm just I turned the belt back on so I can see if there's any more squealing. So they were pretty easy to change. Just take 4 bolts out, slide it in like that under the belt, and you just pull up on it, put it in place, do 2 bolts, and then kind of come over to the other side, do the other 2 bolts. So anyway, I'm gonna figure out what else to do. I know that I gotta replace the boots on the plant, so I'm gonna go see what he's got going. I'll bring you guys back here in a bit. So I'm up here towards the head of the rollers, or the belt. And I'm trying to find the squealer. And I think I found the squealer. So this one is definitely gone bad. So when all the sand gets pushed up, I'll go down, turn the belt off, tag it out, and I'll get this one clean. I got that squealer changed out. These ones don't look that old, but this middle one here, it's really squalling, so I just changed it out anyway. Alright, now I'm going to take you guys up to the top of the way hopper, cement way hopper, and put this new boot on. Chisel it out, top of it. Alright, now we're on top of the cement way hopper. I'm gonna try to get all this shit chipped out. Pretty deep. So I just have to watch this wire right here. So I'm gonna set you up here, hopefully. Hopefully I won't bounce you off. Off all one piece here. Damn, that's been on there a while. Jesus, that's probably good. At least 50 pounds on this thing, I would think. There's the wire. So there's the wire. It's all in that mess, so I'm gonna have to chisel that, try to get it out without ruining it. There we go. I zeroed out the scale just to see how much shit is built up on this thing. I'm thinking it's going to be at least 40, 50 pounds. All right, I'm gonna take you guys around the backside here. So look at all this. This is what I got off so far. Take you around. So I got the new one right here. So that wire that's in here, it goes to this. So I do not want to mess it up for the weigh scale, for the sail, load sail. That's what that is. Almost got it free. All right, that's all freed up. I'm just trying to get all the stuff off here. A little bit of wire stuck in this here, so let's see. Definitely gonna need some new clamps because these, I don't know, those are gonna be junk. Trying to get it all cleaned up here. Bring it back around over here. Those stupid pieces. Here. There we go. yeah, it's a lot better. Chip that off right there a little bit, chip that a little bit. So we're looking for clamps for this because I don't know if I want to take this apart and not have any new ones. So I'm just going to wait, see if we can find any more. If we don't have any, then I'll have to go get some. And then I can put these back together. But these are so corroded with powder, if you take them apart, they may not work again. So I'm kind of on hold here for a minute. I found a few new ones, might have to piece them together. Well, I'm going to abort that mission at the moment. I gotta go get my service truck. As if you guys can see, I'm in an F-150, which has no tools or anything. So I've been, damn light. So I've been kind of using the tools that the plant operators have, but they don't have as much as I do. So it's done. It has a really bad death wobble to it. So I decided not to drive it, and it's been in the shop for the last 3 days. So I got to go pick it up real quick, and then we'll probably end up doing this job and the bag house tomorrow when I have my truck. So I'll probably see you guys when I'm back at my truck. Well, I made it back to my truck. Here she is. It had a very bad front end issue, so had to take it into Schwab's and have them fix it. So it's been here for about 3 days. So finally get it back, thank God, because I need my truck and my tools. So anyway, I'm gonna get this thing fired up and get out of here. So Schwab's had to replace ball joints and the track bar bolt because it was only hand tight, I guess, on the bolt. So yeah, this thing drives a lot nicer. But anyway, yeah, I had a really bad death wobble on it. So I just parked it and they came and picked it up and fixed it for me. So now I can get back to work, got all my tools. So anyway, I'm gonna be ditching the, putting those boots on and the bag house for tomorrow, because that's what I was supposed to be doing. I guess they got a 400 yards to do early in the morning, so not going to be able to do that until they get slow. So maybe Friday. So we'll see. Good morning, everybody. I'm back out here at the Sundial plant. Finally get to work on this bag house, so I'm going to bring you guys up with me and show you what I'm going to be doing and why. So I'm going to get in this man lift and I'll take you up there. Alright, I just got to the top of the silo, the bag house, and then this is a view of Portland, and then over there is the river, Columbia River. No, the other side is Washington. So anyway, so this is the bag house I'm working on. It's full of crap. It's not supposed to be this dirty, and these filters are lifted up. That's why it's allowing the dust to come out. So they're not supposed to be lifted up like that. They're supposed to be seated down like this. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to pull these filters out, clean them up, put new filters in, and I'm making some brackets to help hold these down. It's just a flat bar that just barely goes across here with a hole in the middle of it, and we're just going to screw them down just to help these stay in there, because when the bulk driver fills up their tanks full of air to blow down, they push these filters up out of the hole. So just something to help them keep them down so we don't have this mess anymore. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I need to get these bars taken off. So these bars here have holes on the bottom of them, just right above each filter. And these tanks here, they get full of air, and these blow-off valves here, they open up and it pushes air through, and it pushes air down through the filter and cleans them from the inside out. So just let you guys know how they work. So let me get these bars out and I'll bring you back. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm chiseling all this hard shit up, and I'm not taking out the filters because I don't want this stuff to get into the bag, into the silo, because this runs off the auger, or if it's gravity fed. But you don't want none of those hard chunks in there because it'll clog up the bottom where the butterfly is to open up to the way hopper. So I'm just trying to get all this stuff broken up so I can just push them down in the filter, and I'll lift the filter up out of the hole. That way nothing gets dropped in. So that's what I'm doing at the moment, and I'll bring you guys back in here a bit. Oh yeah, these filters are so bad. Look how clogged those things are. Not good. Anyway, that's the holes. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of these filters out so I can clean up the rest of this stuff, and then I will get the new filters and put in here. Yeah, those are not good. Those have been neglected for a very long time. Okay, so what I'm doing is scraping the edge of it, the top of it, try to get it as clean as I can. Especially where the filter sits down on. So if it's not clean, the filter's not going to seat down all the way. So got to make sure. So yeah, just trying to make sure that's all nice and clean, and I'll get the rest of it here. It's hard to do with just one hand, so let me get that cleaned up. All right, I'm gonna call that clean. So now I'm gonna go down and get the filters, and I'll throw the filters in. There's the rest of the filters we got there. There's 8 of them. So I'll go down, get the filters, get the brackets, and anyway, I can show you guys how I'm gonna keep these from popping back up. All right, I got the new filters in. So these rubber seals here, you have to push them down in the hole, get it down in the hole, and then you have to push this down in, and it should seat up against the rubber when it's down. So when it's all done, I'll show you what it looks like, and that's how they're supposed to be. But I don't know why they pop up, so I'm gonna cure that problem, and I'll show you what I'm gonna do. But right now I'm gonna get all these seated down, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, this is what it looks like with them all seated down. Should be all flat like that. So now what I got is we got some brackets here, bolts, and I'm gonna use to keep them anchored down. So these long ones are going to go like this, all the way across. And we're going to drill a hole in here, put one of these little self-tapper bolts down. My welder won't reach up here, so I can't weld bolts. I'll show you how. Like if this was a regular bolt, on the other side I did at our other plant, I welded it down like that and just put this over the top of it and put a nut on it. But this side was really high, my welder won't reach, so I gotta do it this way. And you know, whoever else watches this that has, you know, works on ready mix plants and they have filters like this that's supposed to be lock themselves into these rubber rings, and they keep popping up, just build you some brackets just to help them hold down, hold them down. Sorry, I'm out of breath. And it don't take much, so just enough to hold them down so they don't pop up. So I got 6 of these long ones, and I got 4 of these short ones here for the ends, because the ends are shorter. So let me I'm gonna go ahead and do a couple of these and I'll show you what they look like. All right, this is what I've got done so far. Like that, just enough to hold them down a little bit. Don't have to be super tight, and they'll never pop up again. And then when you change them out, just screw this up a little bit, turn this, take those ones out, pop back in, put these across it, tighten her down. Just as simple as that. So I'm gonna get the rest of these finished up and get down off here. All right, well, this is what it looks like. They're all done. You know, some people would say just put a bar straight across it, where you can't, because these holes that are right here in the middle, if you put a bar all the way across it, the air is going to go down and it's just going to ricochet off the bar, and it's not going to get in the hole. So you have to make sure that those holes wide open for the air. So, and then these bars here, they had wire just wrapped around it to hold it, but I went ahead and took the wire off and I put some bolts up there like it's supposed to. So anyway, so this job is done. Now I'm going to get down and work on that way hopper boot. Those 3 boots that I showed you that I started on. I'm going to have to replace those. So let me get down and grab all my tools, but I just wanted to show you guys the baghouse project I did. So I'll see you guys here in a minute. All right, we're back up here on the way hopper here. It's gonna be a mess. I'm going to go down and get a hammer, get this cleaned up right here. Go back, cover up this hole here. Where I put that boot here, so now that shit gets into the way hopper, plug it up. There. Let's try this one here, see if I get it. Okay, that should be tight enough for that. I'm gonna use this one. Okay, double that up, double this up. Should be good to go. I gotta do this one and I gotta do this one next. So in order to do those, I have a longer boot, this here, and I gotta cut it to where I gotta measure this and see how far that is, and then cut from there. So let me go get that cut and I'll come back. All right, now I'm gonna get this replaced real quick. I got 24 minutes before he has to load another truck. Really? That one's done. Now I just got this one over here to do. So I'm gonna wait till he gets that truck loaded before I do it. I mean, it didn't take me that long, but I just want to make sure. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and do that one real quick. Broken. Okay, these ones are all done. So if you don't know where to put the band clamp, if you push in on here, you can kind of feel where the end of the silo is. Same with up here, this one ends up right here. So just put the clamp around there a little ways toward the top, and then just clamp it down. Same with this one. So that's the clamp here, and then this is right where the bottom of the silo is, and this one's where the way hopper is. So all those are brand new. So anyway, got this job all done. So yeah, if you guys like this video, make sure you comment, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next one.